You open your eyes in the morning, and before your feet even touch the floor, your hand is already reaching for your phone. You do not decide to do this. It just happens, the way breathing happens, without a single thought behind it. You tell yourself it is only 5 minutes. 5 minutes to see what happened while you slept. But 5 minutes becomes 20, and 20 becomes an hour. And somewhere inside that scroll, your morning quietly disappears, along with the clear head you woke up with. This was your life, for longer than you would like to admit. A slow leak of attention, one small tap at a time. Nobody warns you about it, because it never announces itself. It simply takes a little more of you each day, until the version of you that once finished a book in a single weekend can no longer sit through one chapter without reaching for something else. Then came the day you finally noticed. Not because of a lecture, not because someone warned you. You noticed because you sat down to write something that actually mattered, and your mind refused to stay in the room with you. 10 seconds in, your thumb was already drifting toward the screen. That was the moment everything started to shift. You tried the obvious fixes first. You downloaded an app to track your screen time, then quietly ignored the numbers it showed you. You promised yourself a full digital detox weekend, then broke that promise by lunchtime on Saturday. You blamed the algorithm, blamed your job, blamed the endless stream of notifications, as if the problem lived anywhere but inside your own hand. None of it worked, because none of it addressed the actual habit sitting underneath. You were rearranging furniture in a house whose foundation kept cracking. What you needed was not another app, not another rule stacked on top of the last one. What you needed was to remove the single habit sitting at the root of it all. You did not fix your whole life at once. You did not delete every app or lock your phone in a drawer forever. You changed one thing, just one. You stopped checking your phone first thing in the morning. That was the entire rule. No scrolling before your feet hit the floor. No messages, no headlines, no updates, until you had already been awake for at least 30 minutes. It sounds simple, and it is. But simple is never the same thing as easy. The first 3 days were uncomfortable. Your hand still reached out of pure instinct. A quiet anxiety crept in, the fear of not knowing what you had missed while you slept. Still, you did not give in. You let that itch rise and pass, the way a wave rises and falls back into the sea. By day 4, something shifted. Your mornings began to feel different, roomier somehow, as if a window had been opened in a house you did not realize was airless. There was space now, real space, to think before the world rushed in to fill your head with everyone else's opinions and everyone else's noise. By the end of that first week, you were finishing tasks you used to abandon halfway through. Your focus, which had felt like a muscle too weak to hold anything heavy, was slowly growing stronger with each passing day. Here is the part most people miss entirely. Removing a habit does not only take something away, it gives something back. Time, clarity, a mind quiet enough, finally, to hear its own thoughts. Within a month, the change had spread far beyond your mornings. The same discipline that kept your phone at a distance at sunrise began appearing in other corners of your day. You worked longer without drifting. You read more. You started noticing things you used to walk straight past: the color of the sky, the sound of your own thinking, the shape of an idea before it slipped away for good. None of this required more effort from you. It required less noise, less clutter, less permission for distraction to pull up a chair and sit down at the table of your attention. This is where you begin to understand something important. Your focus was never broken. It was only buried, hidden beneath a habit so small you barely noticed it, yet powerful enough to quietly steal your best hours, one scroll at a time. And once you removed it, your focus did not need to be rebuilt from nothing. It simply resurfaced, like solid ground that had been hidden under weeds for years, patiently waiting for someone to finally clear the surface. This is what real change actually looks like. Not a dramatic overhaul. Not a list of 40 new rules you quietly abandoned by Thursday. One habit, removed with intention. One decision, protected like something precious. Ask yourself what your version of that habit might be. Maybe it is not your phone at all. Maybe it is checking email before you have eaten breakfast. Maybe it is saying yes to every request before asking whether it deserves your time. Maybe it is the endless comparison, the quiet scroll through other people's highlight reels while your own life waits, unattended, in another tab. Maybe it is reaching for background noise the moment silence appears, filling every quiet second with a podcast or a video so your own thoughts never get the chance to surface. Whatever it is smaller than you think, and it is costing you far more than you realize. It will feel small at first, almost too small to matter. You will wonder if one habit, removed from one part of one day, can really change anything at all. But small changes compound quietly, the same way debt compounds quietly, except this time the compounding works in your favor. A single decision, repeated for 30 days, becomes a different life entirely. You do not need to remove everything today. You do not need to become a different person by tomorrow morning. You need one habit, one decision, repeated daily, until it becomes as automatic as the habit it replaced. Your attention is yours. Your morning is yours. Your focus is yours. Nobody can take it from you unless you hand it over, one small habit at a time, and nobody can hand it back to you either. Only you get to decide what stays and what finally goes. So tomorrow morning, before your feet touch the floor, pause for just a moment. Notice the reach, the instinct, the quiet pull toward the small screen that has shaped so much of your day without permission. And this time, choose differently, because you already know exactly what happens when you let your focus slip through your fingers, one distraction at a time. You lived it. You watched years blur into a single scroll. Now watch what happens the moment you finally take it back.